Deck. This is for Capricorn. This is a timeless reading. Yes. These cards shuffle a great deal easier than some of the other cards that I have. Alright, I consider that pretty well shuffled. Okay, this is a reading for Capricorn. It is a timeless reading. In other words, it is valid now, whenever you happen to be seeing this video. This is for anyone with Capricorn in their Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising sign. I am an intuitive tarot reader. In other words, the interpretations of the cards are backed up by the feelings that I get when the cards come out of the deck. I have just cut the cards, and I am going to start the reading now. It's a lay down Celtic cross. The heart of the matter is the Two of Swords. It looks like Capricorn has a decision to make. This card typically shows a person who frankly knows what decision they need to make, but they're not making that decision. Behind them you see the moon. They're not looking at the moon. They're not looking at the ocean, which is their emotions. They are in denial about a decision that they need to make. What is crossing this card for Capricorn? There is a time that you have been resting and thinking and contemplating. Something is resting heavily on your mind, and you have gone inside. The card is an effigy of what looks to be a king or a soldier, probably a king. And the meaning of the card really is being in a state of rest. What is at the base? What is the root cause for this situation of indecision that Capricorn finds himself in? Well, this is not really a surprise. The Capricorn's feeling trapped. The Eight of Swords is an interesting card because you have a woman who is blindfolded. She is bound. You do not see that her hands are bound, but her hands are behind her back. She has something wrapped around her body, and there are 8 swords plunged into the ground around her. She has a pathway forward or backward, and this card is indicating that right now Capricorn is feeling a bit like a victim of something. They have a way out, but they are not recognizing it. This is an illusion that one is trapped. So far, this is a bit of a challenging situation for Capricorn, because you need to make a decision. You know what the decision needs to be, but you are resting and you're thinking about it. You are also in a state where you feel like you are trapped when you are actually not. So let's see what has happened in the recent past that might give us some insights. We have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords has, which is interestingly going sort of towards the past, maybe truths from your past have come in that you don't know how to deal with. Someone has come to you with a communication that was a challenge to you. That is what I feel is, the root cause is you're in an illusion that you are trapped. You are not trapped, but you haven't made a decision yet. And you've received some information. And this can be this is something that is truth, the recent past. So this might be the truth of the Two of Swords, and you are in really a state of denial. So let's see what is above. What is coming into the picture? Coming into the picture, there is the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is actually a victory. This is the traditional image, and it is a soldier who has come back from war or a battle or some type of situation where he has the laurel on the wands. It's fire energy, and it is a victory. So you have a victory. Something has happened that has made you victorious, or someone in your environment it has had a success. I think this is you, though. Intuitively, I believe this is you. So let's see what is coming up in the near future and see what we can get as far as insights. Well, one of the things that is in your near future is the end of a great deal of a struggle. So whatever it is that's on your mind or bothering you, you can look at this card and feel some comfort knowing that this burden that you have been carrying with you, you're going to, this is the end of that burden. This card is sometimes an indicator that you need to take some things off your plate. Perhaps you are working too hard. Perhaps you have too many irons in the fire, too many things going at one time. This is a card that says, is there a way you can look at your situation and maybe offload some of the things that you've been carrying with you? This can be emotional baggage. This can be literally, it can be jobs. It can be tasks that you've taken on. It could be that you have said yes to too many things, to too many people, and you've taken in lots of work, which could be why you feel trapped. Maybe you don't know how to say no. That could be because of, I don't know what influence. Let's see what might be causing that. Let's see what your energy is right now. What is Capricorn's energy? Your Capricorn energy is the Empress. The Empress is the divine feminine energy, and this is abundance and creativity, or the power of creation, because the Empress is a pregnant Empress, and she is sitting here. She has everything that she needs. She has the divine feminine. This is creative power in its most basic form. It's a nurturing energy, and it is a motherly energy. So you really are in an energy. Well, actually, what it says is that you have the things that you need to make these decisions. You have all of the resources that you need. So what is the environment around Capricorn? The Hermit. There is a sense that this is kind of reflecting the Four of Swords situation. You're looking for wisdom. There is entirely possibly an individual around you who has this kind of inner wisdom and inner knowing. And these two major arcana cards here tell me that this is an important thing for you to understand. Your environment is one of wisdom is available. So let us look at what your hopes and fears are. Oh, well, that totally makes sense. Now, the Five of Pentacles is the card of feeling like a victim. So you are afraid that you are going to lose everything. You're afraid you are going to be abandoned, left out in the cold. The thing is, you're walking right past the answer. In this traditional image, there is the window, a stained glass window of what is supposedly a church. Something where these two forlorn and bedraggled individuals, they're walking right past as if they don't even see it. That is telling you that your fear is unfounded. Your hope is to be able to get out of this feeling trapped. And you can do that. You have the key. You have the help right there. This environment could be a person that is around you. And this could actually, in this case, I think that in some situations, this would be a mental health professional. This could be a counselor. This could be an advisor. It depends on what it is that's on your mind here. It could be a trusted accountant. It could be a professional that you need to consult about some things that are going on. Anything. It could be a trusted friend or advisor. It could be someone that you know who has a lot of wisdom. So whatever it is, this help is here available to you. This is a person who will share their wisdom with you. And all you have to do is ask. The outcome is going to be a celebration. And so I could see that this was kind of coming, because you are really being your own worst enemy here. This is a celebration with kindred spirits. This is a collaboration with people that you love. This is an emotional sort of state of happiness. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles. So we really have earth energy. We have the earth energy that is part of you. This is energy that you have at your disposal. And the King of Pentacles is a card of real prosperity and success. And this is something that Capricorn is good at, because the Capricorn is no stranger to working hard to get what they want. I think that Capricorn might be working a little too hard, or taking on too many tasks, if not working too hard, making it harder on themselves than they need. That they see the answers right in front of them. They have the knowledge, they have the wisdom, and they have the ability to get the help. The Pentacles here in this Five of Pentacles, this means also, I believe, that you could find people around you if you need to have some help with something that you're physically working on. You have that help available. All you need to do is identify those resources and ask. And sometimes that is, for some people, that's a difficult thing to do. You don't feel like you deserve the help, or you don't want to ask, you don't want to bother somebody. It's really, this reading is telling me that that is what is going on right now. I do want to dig in just a little bit to I'm going to go to the underlying cards, and I'm going to put our King of Pentacles up here with the solution, or the outcome, because I think that's important for you to see. There's some victories here that you've had that you are not acknowledging here. But in the underlying energy, we also have the Ace of Wands. This is excellent, because this is a card that says, in your past, this is where this victory comes in. You need to acknowledge that this has happened. This is something that it's a passion. It's an exciting possibility of new things to happen. It's having leveled up and starting over with. You've gotten finished with this. If you can offload some of your burden, and this could be just a psychological burden that you're carrying with you, that you think you have to work that hard. But this is telling me that you are not needing to do this, because this is done. This hard work and this carrying that stuff with you is done. You just need to figure out how to let go of it. The other thing that you have experienced recently, and that might be part of why the Two of Swords in the initial card here, there were a lot of choices. You may have been spoiled for choice, and although you know what solution you needed to choose, you had many things to think about. That could be why you have had this stress in this situation where you felt, I don't know what way to go, I feel trapped. You also have had the King of Cups. This could be an individual around you. This could be a part of yourself. You've had this emotional stability. You had someone who was compassionate, that was quite possibly available to you. So you have this support, and you have this in you. Another thing that's underlying in the past is that there was the possibility that you felt you needed to at least defend yourself. And this 6 here, your achievements have come, well, this kind of came before this, and interesting because this is a 6. But as this is underlying energy, there might have been, this part here might have been a challenge to what you had done, a challenge to your achievements. But you came out of that victorious. So you were defending, you felt as though you were needing to defend what you had done. And maybe that was this situation. This might have been the catalyst for all of this stress that I kind of see in these 3 cards here and this card here. The thing is, there are actually, there are a couple more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't think that I'll go through each one of these. So there's 4. The one that I want to, or the two more that I want to lay out here, the 2 of Cups. This is a partnership that you have. This is quite possibly a partnership that you have had that was amicable. This could be partners of any kind, and this can also be it's a compassionate and understanding love between people, and it can also be that you have recently learned a little bit more about loving yourself, because you have to do that in order to get to the fullness that you need to go into this Ace of Wands here. This is a time when things have been changing for you, and at some point before that, you found yourself in the Fool energy, and that was brought on by a rebirth. That is really brought to the fore with the cards that are even further underneath that, which is the World, which is completion of one cycle, the Chariot, things moving forward swiftly, this Judgment card, which was the rebirth. And before that, you had a 5 of Cups moment, and that is sadness for something that is lost in the past. So with that, I think that you have found yourself in an energy where you were forced to make a decision. You didn't know what to do with it. Need to reevaluate what you think about where you have been, because there is a lot that you have accomplished that it is clear here. You need to find yourself in a situation where you can take the energy that is available to you and these things that have happened in your past, the underlying energy, and understand that you have been through a time of rebirth, and you are now in a new phase entirely. And I will put this right here, and I'm going to ask for a card for advice. Okay, I'm going to have to cut to find it. Okay, this card, the 6 of Swords, this tells me that this situation that you felt yourself in, whatever it is that's holding you, you're moving out of that. The advice is move forward and embrace where it is that you need to go next. Find that Empress energy in you. Consult your the wise advisor, friend, or use the environment that is available to you. Find the key to make yourself not feel like a victim, and you'll be able to celebrate. That's really the message here. So 2 other things. I think that at the bottom of the deck that this came up in, when I cut the cards, we also had the Death card and the 7 of Swords. So there was possibly more to this situation. Plus the Death was what was the rebirth that we saw there. That death was the part of that sequence of things that have happened in the recent past. So you've gone into a new cycle that has ended with you having some unfinished business, unfinished baggage to offload. And I will leave it there.